Just kidding, coming back. So once you're finished, be sure to just grab your arrangement, kind of clean off any leather leaf or any things that are in the stems, dump your water, rinse out your vase, and then you can put them back in. That just keeps clean, fresh water. Then every couple days, be sure to do that same thing. Grab your flowers up, rinse your vase, put fresh water. Also give your stems, when you're holding it all, give your stems all a little trim. Make sure they're at an angle, but give them all a trim, and that keeps the cut fresh and keeps it able to drink the water. So keep your water clean. Make sure, I always fill it up to the neck. Actually, this one's a little higher, but make sure they have a lot. You'll be surprised, especially depending on the season and all of that. You'll be surprised how much they do drink. It's kind of cool. But anyways, thank you, and we'll see you next time. Let's talk petals. I'm Sammy with Petals from Kay. First off, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully you have your Take and Make in front of you. I hope you have a great time during this, and I hope you learn a lot. If you have any questions afterwards, feel free to email us at our shop email, info@petalsfromkay.com. Sorry. But so the whole point in this is for you to learn a little something and have fun. Maybe someone gifted you this, and if they did, I love that. I think that that's great. I think that spreading love and kindness to your flowers is wonderful, and that's the whole. Petals from Kay is not, I mean, flowers are the avenue and the vehicle, I guess, but big picture, it's spreading kindness to others and those around you. So if you bought it for yourself, wonderful, love that. If you got this as a gift from someone, love that too. So to get started, all you need is, if you have the vase that we're using, great. Make sure that's full of water, your wrapped flowers, and then some snips or something to cut with. If you're using a knife, great. I will not be. And then also maybe a trash can. I always forget a trash can, but I just clean it up after. So you should have something that looks kind of like this. And I'm not going to unwrap this one because I have things just laying on the table. But you should have this, and we'll go ahead and get started. First thing, always start with water in your vase. I probably won't do it in the video because, again, I don't have that with me. But we'll dump it out and clean it at the end. But make sure you have a vase full of water just so that flowers are drinking the whole time. So you also don't have an entire bunch of leather leaves, but I just grabbed things. So first, we're going to start with our greenery. So you should have leather leaf in there. This is our greenery. If you've done this with us before, you can fast forward and move on to the good stuff. But leather leaf, you're going to cut it at an angle. Everything's going to be cut at an angle that allows a bigger surface area for flowers to drink. So leather leaf. You might adjust your height and stuff later, but kind of start, and you can always trim. You can't add stems back. So we are going to make our leather leaf grid. So if you've done this before, then you've already heard this. But so you are going to take your new stem with your first stem, and you're going to put it in the little angle of the last. Sorry, I'm trying to show you of the last leaf. So, and then I need that a little shorter. So they are kind of connected. Then you're going to take your next piece. This one's broke, but I think it's going to be fine. Clean it off. And then you're going to go to the leaf that you just, or the piece that you just put in the first piece. And you're going to go to its last little leaf off the stem and put it through there. Sorry, it gets a little hard when I'm holding it in my hand. And then you're going to keep doing that. So you're going to keep cleaning your extra leaves off, and you're going to keep going to that last leaf or last stem that you placed and kind of make a grid and put it in the last little V. So do that. You kind of keep moving around. And then, so this grid helps you with your flowers, helps you keep them in place and kind of gives them somewhere to stand instead of having a ton of loose flowers flopping around, or instead of having to use a lot of flowers to get them. So just kind of keep rotating, keep cutting at an angle, and you will feel as you go it getting a little tighter and a little more kind of gridded together. I kind of go around and do that. Then I also, I have some, you can't really see it on here, but I have some little gaps here, and I will place some stems through that too. I start most arrangements like this. It just helps with shape. So sometimes this is not about the take and make, but sometimes with maches and things, the green is how I get the so maches have kind of an A triangle shape, and that's how I get the shape, is working with the greens. So good. We should be good there. So your vase, if you have a different vase, that's fine, but green should look similar to this. I actually want one more because I see a little gap, and I want to fix that. Okay, so green vase, boom. Now we're going to take, alstroemeria. So you should have 3 stems of alstroemeria. And again, you are going to clean, got leaves jumping at me. Clean the stem so all those leaves can come off. I leave these limbs, man, struggling today. I leave these leaves up there. If they're brown or don't look good or whatever, you can take them off. Same with like little blooms. Sometimes the bloom might not look great. You can just peel that off. Angle, cut at an angle. There we go. Always cut at an angle, helps the water drink, or helps the stems drink. Then I'm going to place that kind of on the side, and I'm going to do these kind of as a little triangle. So clean the stem and kind of rotate. And these are, I don't know if you can tell them this, but they're at an angle. You want to make sure they go across your vase at an angle, and they're not super up high. They're kind of lower on the side. So here's what I was talking about with those blooms. So this little bloom is kind of broken, so I just peel him off. Stick him in there. Okay, so that's our alstroemeria. Looking great. Perfect. So I'm sure yours is looking great too. I can't see it, but I know it's great. Okay, Monte Cassino. So this is purple Monte Cassino. You probably have a stem that looks kind of like this. You are going to cut off all the little branches. So cut those off. And then same, just like everything else, kind of clean the stems. Whole reason for cleaning the stems are to keep the leaves out of your water, to keep it clean. So cut at an angle, which you can kind of see. Cut at an angle. And then now I kind of place this. So I had a little space between 2 alstroemeria. Then kind of going to go around and do those. I'm going to put, and yours might be slightly different. I'm going to put one not that tall. I'm going to put one in the middle to kind of help with my shape. Another one. You're kind of just working your way around the vase and filling in any gaps that you have. That one's a little crazy. When you get this done, if you love it, well, I hope you love it no matter what, but because it's yours and you did it, and that's really cool. But feel free to share on social media and tag us. I want to see how everyone's turns out. This is kind of like, I love our classes or our Friday night flowers and those things, because it's really cool to see everyone with the same flowers or similar flowers and the same instruction and just their creativity and how different they turn out. Love it. Solidago. Solidago's next, so it's another filler flower for us. Your stems might look a little different. Sometimes they are like one stem like this that's a little thinner. You might have a piece that has a lot of like a little bit longer pieces. If you have one that's longer, just do like we did the Monte Cassino and just cut some of those pieces off and place them in the water or place them in your vase. If it's more like this, I trim, kind of clean up the stem so that I kind of have that. That's going to be always cut at an angle. And then we're going to go through and kind of place those. Throughout. Always making sure, like I go in until it hits the vase. That way you know it's in water. So go around poking those in. Kind of same thing. I'm going to put one in the center. So for this, you should have enough for about 5, whether it's like stem, you should have enough for about 5. So I do like 4. It's hard to show this, but 1, 2, 3, and then this one's going to go here, and then one in the middle. So you should have enough for that. And then after that, I'm going to place the carnations. These are kind of our focal blooms for this. These bicolor carnations. Aren't they so pretty? Carnations get a bad name sometimes, and I think they're great. They add a lot of texture. They're just fun. So, at an angle. So with carnations or any flower that has a stem kind of like this, the little knots, be sure to cut above or below them. Keeps the stem open and again, just so it drinks water. So these, I'm going to do that triangle thing again. So I'm going to do 1, and then I'm going to put, boom. I like designing in 3s or odd numbers, as you can see. Oh, I have a broken carnation. I'm going to still use it though. I'm going to replace it but I'm going to use it for the video. So at an angle, ooh, that one shows a good angle. And then stick it in. So kind of did the little 3-zy. And then the billy balls. These are some of my favorite little guys. So billy balls, I think this is, you could be creative this whole time, but I think this is where you can get a little creative. You can kind of go in the gaps of the carnations and kind of, I do leave them a little taller so they're a little bouncier. If you want them sunk in, not sunk in, but if you want them tighter in, that's fine. I do make them not that tall, but I make them a little bouncier. You can go within in the cracks, in the gaps, or you could put them like all together on one side, kind of 3-zy. I'm just going to go kind of in the gaps, maybe. Put him there. In there. And this one is a little. So, your arrangement, not necessarily should, because it's yours, might look something like this, or very similar. Look at them. Anyways, so at this point, you might actually have 4 Alstroemeria, which actually you probably should. So I'm going to add this one. So your 3Z, and then I do one in the middle. So kind of 3 on the outside, 1 in the middle. If you don't want to use that one, that's fine. But I think you do have 4. Should have 4. But where I kind of used that, I just added that. But where I used the Monte Cassino kind of as my like top, your Alstroemeria will be there. Anyways, I'm sorry about that. I wasn't even, thought I had all of them. But, so, this is what your arrangement could or look like. But above all, I first hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And I hope you come back and do it again because it is a lot of fun. So thank you, and we'll see you next time. Just kidding. Coming back. So once you're finished, be sure to just grab your arrangement, kind of clean off any leather leaf or any things that are in the stems, dump your water, rinse out your vase, and then you can put them back in. That just keeps clean, fresh water. Then every couple days, be sure to do that same thing. Grab your flowers up, rinse your vase, put fresh water. Also give your stems, when you're holding it all, give your stems all a little trim. Make sure, oh no. Make sure they're at an angle, but give them all a trim, and that keeps the cut fresh and keeps it able to drink the water. So keep your water clean. Make sure, I always fill it up to the neck. Actually, this one's a little higher, but make sure they have a lot. You'll be surprised, especially depending on the season and all of that. You'll be surprised how much they do drink. It's kind of cool. But anyways, thank you, and we'll see you next time.